Imagine an entire Roman city, elegant and vibrant, hidden for centuries underground, its ruins emerging today among the rolling hills of Piedmont. What would it tell us if it could speak? Welcome to a fascinating journey that will take us back in time, into the folds of an extraordinary history. Today we will reveal the secret of Libarna, a forgotten jewel of the Roman Empire, rediscovered almost by accident, whose stones continue to whisper tales of merchants, legionaries, and luxurious urban life in a place where silence reigns today. Prepare to discover how a piece of ancient Rome found a home in the woods of the north, and how its story is a powerful warning about the fragility of memory and the unexpected power of chance. There are stories just waiting for the right moment to be told, epic narratives that, after a long slumber, come back to life with unexpected strength. Libarna is one of them, a fascinating historical tale that unfolds between Piedmont, ancient trade routes, and the inexorable passage of time. For centuries, this city, once a bustling center of Roman life, remained buried, a forgotten echo beneath layers of earth and history. A silence that lasted almost 2 millennia, broken only recently when history decided to emerge from oblivion in a completely unpredictable way. And so, from the depths of the past, the revelation of a rich and surprising past has come to light, capable of speaking to us even today of the greatness of Rome and its widespread influence. Libarna was not just any city, lost in some remote corner of the empire. Its location, nestled among the rolling hills of Piedmont, was no accident. It was located in a position of extreme strategic importance, a true crossroads vital for the expansion and maintenance of Rome's power in the lands of the north. Imagine the Romans, skilled strategists, carefully choosing this place not only for its natural beauty but above all for its functionality. Libana was, in fact, a crucial junction on the Via Postumia, one of the main arteries that connected the Po Valley with the Ligurian hinterland and further north with the Transalpine lands. This road was not just a physical path but a real umbilical cord that nourished the empire. Thanks to this enviable position, Libarna flourished rapidly, transforming into a vibrant Roman city, a true center of trade, cultural exchange, and military activity. It was a place where goods flowed, news traveled, and cultures met. Its importance was such that it became a strategic center for road control, ensuring the safety and flow of traffic along the Via Postumia. This meant not only the protection of trade routes, but also the rapid movement of troops, essential for the stability of the empire in a region so close to the natural borders of the Alps. Therefore, Libarna was much more than a simple settlement, it was a vital stopping point, an oasis of Roman civilization in a territory that, although Romanized, still retained its peculiarities. Here, the weary traveler found rest, the merchant concluded business, and the legionary on the march found supplies and a shred of normality. It was a place of obligatory passage crowded every day by caravans of goods, wagons carrying supplies and legions on the move. For merchants and legionaries, Libarna represented the last significant stage of civilization and organization before tackling the challenging mountain routes, or the first after having overcome them. It was the place where people prepared or recovered from the arduous journey towards the Alps, which represented both a natural barrier and a passage to new opportunities and challenges for the empire. But what did this vibrant city look like? What structures dominated its cityscape, and what stories could they tell? The first majestic witnesses of its ancient grandeur that emerge from the earth today are the amphitheater and the theater. Two imposing structures which, even in their current form, so essential and almost stripped down, reveal a simple but undoubtedly refined elegance. Imagine these two architectural wonders re emerging from the cultivated fields, almost as if the earth itself wanted to give back what it had jealously guarded for centuries. Their silent and imposing ruins evoke the ancient spectacles and the frenetic social life that once animated these places. The roar of the crowd in the amphitheater during the gladiatorial games, the laughter and the dramas staged in the theater, the hubbub of people gathering to watch performances or discuss business and politics, all this was the beating heart of Libarna. These buildings were much more than simple places of entertainment. They were a tangible sign of Roman refinement, imported and successfully rooted in the northern lands as well. They represented Rome's culture, social organization, and engineering, demonstrating how the city was able to replicate its lifestyle and comforts even far from its center. Within the city walls, in addition to the imposing public buildings, there was a network of domus, the homes of the wealthiest citizens. They were not simple homes, but expressions of status and good taste, witnesses to the wealth that passed through Libana. Entering these homes, one would have been greeted by geometric mosaic floors, true masterpieces of craftsmanship. Every tile, every color, every pattern told a story of craftsmanship and dedication. These mosaics were not just decorations, they were a clear expression of Roman luxury, a way for homeowners to flaunt their prosperity and their appreciation of art. They were symbols of Roman aesthetic taste, which favored order, symmetry, and harmony, transforming every space into a celebration of beauty and functionality. Walking through Libarna, one would immediately notice the impeccable order of its cobbled streets. There was nothing haphazard in their arrangement. Every street was thought out, every intersection precisely planned. They were wide, well maintained streets which facilitated the transit of pedestrians and carts, a perfect example of functionality combined with aesthetics. These roads were a tangible testament to Roman engineering and organization, capable of creating long lasting and efficient infrastructures that far surpassed those of many other civilizations of the time. Rome, in this sense, was a model of urban civilization, a beacon that radiated knowledge and innovation to every corner of its vast empire. Through cities like Libarna, the empire promoted the spread of Roman culture and lifestyle, bringing its laws, habits, fashions, and comforts even to very different geographical and cultural contexts. It was not just an imposition, but often an attraction, an offer of a more organized and for many more comfortable existence. And so the luxury, culture, and order of Rome also reached the forests of the north, in places that before the advent of the empire were inhabited by less structured tribes, where urbanization was an almost unknown concept. Libarna was living proof of how Roman civilization was capable of transforming and shaping territories, leaving an indelible mark that still endures today. It was a piece of Rome transferred with all its nuances to a Piedmontese context, a demonstration of the Roman capacity to integrate and civilize. But if Libarna was such a prosperous and well organized city, what became of it? How did such an important place end up being forgotten, swallowed up by the earth? The mystery of the abandonment of Libarna remains even today shrouded in time. There are no clear records, no sudden cataclysm to explain its disappearance. There are various theories. Perhaps it was the economic decline linked to the change in trade routes, or perhaps the barbarian incursions that over the centuries weakened the empire, or perhaps a combination of factors that slowly, inexorably led to its desertification. Its end was a slow slide into oblivion, a progressive depopulation until nature reclaimed its structures, hiding them from view. And so, Libarna remained a secret kept by the ground for centuries until fate, or perhaps progress, decided to bring it back to light. Its rediscovery was entirely fortuitous, an almost casual event that occurred during the construction of a railway. It was 1827 when, while workers were digging to lay the foundations of a new railway line, they came across walls, mosaics, and relics of an ancient civilization. What emerged from the underground was not a simple group of ruins, but the ancient ghost city re emerging, layer by layer, from its long sleep. It was as if the veil of time had suddenly been torn apart, revealing a lost world. The discovery was sensational, an event that shook the archaeological community and beyond. From that moment on, Libarna began to offer an invaluable treasure trove of knowledge and revelations, allowing us to reconstruct fragments of a history that would otherwise have remained forever unknown. Each excavation, each find, each stone brought to light added a piece to the puzzle, providing precious details on the daily life, social organization, and economic dynamics of a Roman city in northern Italy. Libarna became a window to the past, a bridge that connects us directly to those who walked those streets 2,000 years ago. Today, walking among the ruins of Libarna is an almost mystical experience. It is a silent pearl where time seems to have stopped, a place where nature and history coexist in a delicate balance. The broken columns, the foundations of the domus, the outlines of the amphitheater and the theater are there, silent witnesses of a glorious era. The wind blowing through the olive trees still seems to carry the distant echo of voices, laughter, and noises of the past. It is easy, with a little imagination, to hear the clang of the armor of the legionaries passing by, the din of the merchants bargaining, the incessant rumble of the wagons carrying the empire's riches to the rest of the continent, across the Alps and beyond. Libarna today is more than just an archaeological site. It is a place of contemplation, an oasis of peace that invites reflection on the greatness and transience of civilizations. It is an invitation to rediscover a past that has shaped the world we live in, a past that, although buried, continues to speak to us through its stones and its silences. Every visit is a journey, an open air history lesson, a unique opportunity to connect with the roots of our culture. Don't miss the next video to explore another mystery revealed by archaeology.